how we hit $10 million in production in our first 350 days in business, the price group, the IMO. So I'm gonna go over 10 things that we did to help us hit the $10 million in 350 days. My name is David Price. I got my insurance license in 2018. I knew nothing about this business, and I grew up in an agency doing $1.7 million a month in issued business, working with one carrier. And I decided that it was time to start offering more products to our clients and a better opportunity for agents. When that time came, I decided what I'm gonna do is I'm independent, I'm working with a carrier, so it's real simple. I'm just gonna add some other carriers to make sure that we're more diverse, right? We have more tools, we have more ways to help agents. Well, when I did that, the carrier I was working with apparently didn't like that. They stopped paying me, and I went from doing $15 million in issued business in 2023 to all of a sudden it's October of 2024, which I was on pace to do even more in 2024, and they cut me off. They 100% cut me off, and I went from doing 8 figures back to 0, right? Starting all over again. Building it back up the second time, I really understood what it took to get there the first time, but more importantly, I thought, and I wasn't sure, right? Because, a lot of things are in theory, but I thought I could do it faster the second time. And faster for me was gonna be, maybe a few years, 3 years, 2 years, something like that. What I didn't know and didn't believe is that I was gonna be able to do $10 million in my first 350 days, right? Just if, obviously 350 days is less than a year. So it's actually really cool that we were able to do that. So first thing is building systems, right? So building systems is my thing, right? I like building systems. I like working on projects. I like puzzles. So we have AI now, and AI is incorporated with every single thing we do. Matter of fact, we are launching a new AI-powered lead system. It was important to have systems. So one thing is, a lot of times people will hire agents or they'll bring on agents and they don't have a system for them to follow, and they don't have a path for them to follow, and they don't know what they should do. So we wanted to make sure that it was really important that we have a very clear system. Now, just because we have a very clear system today, guys, our system is like version 1, right? Every year our system is going to get better. We have a lot of things in the works to do that, but it's super important when you're building a business to have a system and a process to make that happen. We have files and files of SOPs, which stands for Standard Operating Procedure. So everything we do, we want to make it as simple, streamlined, and easy for somebody to figure out. The second thing to me, this is the one that pulled tugged my little heartstrings. Create a winning environment. Of course, everyone wants to be in a winning environment. Super important. In sales organizations, anyone could say, oh, we have a winning environment. But here's the question for you. Is that winning environment designed for the top producer? Is it designed for the veteran that's been there for a long time? Or is it designed for the brand new salesperson, right? So for us, we designed our system for the new agent to be successful. Because over the 12 months, over the $10 million in production we did, which is 10,000 apps, right? 10,000 clients that got protected. We have an average production per agent on a monthly basis of over $8,000. So think about that. Our average agent is doing over $8,000 in production, right? You don't typically see that in a company this big. What you would see is you would see all the top producers, right? The ones that get all the flame and the glory and they're on top of the leaderboard. Doesn't mean they're making money. And then you have a whole bunch of people barely doing anything. And typically what you'll see as an average for an agency that's doing $1 million a month, you'll see about $3,000 as a monthly average, right? So ours is almost 300% more than what you'll see as an average, right? So to me, when I say create a winning culture, create a system where the new agent can be successful. Create a system where somebody can't survive somewhere else, but they can survive in your system. When you do that, a couple things happen. One, obviously the new agent could be successful, but two, when you're building a business, you want to be able to hire agents for them to be successful. You don't want to have a system where you hire agents, but they can't make money, so they disappear, right? Because it costs money to hire, it costs time to hire. So you want to spend the money, you want to spend the time, bring the agent on, help the agent be successful, then get an ROI on the time you spent into that agent, not replacing new agents every month. The third one is we focus on leadership development. When somebody gets their insurance license, they want freedom in their life, right? They want to have a business. They don't want to have to go to work to make money. That's the bottom line, right? And in the beginning, obviously you have to go to work to make money, but what I want to do and what I do is I focus on teaching people how to build a business. So step one is definitely learning how to sell, but once they're proficient in selling, then it's like, all right, you're great at selling. Are you interested in building a business, right? And most people aren't. If they're not and they just want to sell, that's fine too. We're not in an MLM here. We're not going to force people to recruit or build, but we want to help them if that's what they want. We want to empower them. We want to give them the tools, the resources, plug them into the systems and the processes so that they can build a business, so they can hire agents too, and they can show those agents how to be successful. 4, master the lead game. Like if you want to be successful in sales, you want someone looking to either buy your service or product. What I did is I partnered with the best lead mastermind in the industry. We created our own lead company, and the focus we put on our leads, we're putting hours and hours and hours into our leads. So we started out, we had a lot of success. We just continue to tweak our leads to make them better. Continue to tweak them to make them better. So think about this. We got out over 65,000 leads since October. 65,000 leads, right? So that was 65,000 leads created, distributed, and then obviously over 10% of those turn into sales, right? Like I said, we had about 10,000 sales. So out of 65,000 leads, we got about 10,000 sales. That's 65,000 distributed leads that turn into about 10,000 sales. So those numbers are absolutely amazing. And when you can have a system where over 10% of the leads distributed turn into sales, anyone could win in that system, right? Because what does that mean? That means you buy 10 leads, it takes one sale out of those 10 leads to cover the cost of leads and then have some profit, and the rest is profit. And we're closing anywhere from 12 to 17% of those, right? So that's where the focus is. So like I said, we're about to launch our new AI-powered leads November 1st, where we are gonna, we have some proprietary stuff, so I'm not gonna tell you all about it, but they're AI-powered, and I just shared the success we're having with our old lead system, but now version 2 is coming out, and we're gonna have even more success. So if you wanna be really successful and you wanna scale, you need to figure out how to plug into a working lead program. I wanted to control the marketing. I wanted to control and make sure my agent's book of business was safe. I want to make sure the agent leads weren't resold. And I wanted to make sure agents could trust leads instead of trying these different vendors and not getting a good lead. Another thing that's really special about our leads is we don't keep an inventory. So basically, when you order a lead, we turn on the campaign just for you. And as that lead comes in, we send it to you. So you're always getting leads real time. And that's super, super important. Number 5, hire the right core people. Guys, a business is only as good as the people inside that business, right? So we have our agents and they're 1099 and they're selling a ton of insurance, but we have a lot of employees that support that. We have people that run our ads. We have people that watch our marketing. We have a recruiting program to help our leaders build, right? So we have employees that run that. We have employees that manage our CRM and do the customer support for our CRM. We have all kinds of people, and without these people, there's no way we were able to do what we can do, right? So big shout out to the employees of TPG. You guys are rock stars. You guys make the wheel spin round and round all day like it's supposed to, right? So think about that. If you want to scale a business, you need to attract the right people into your business. You need to treat them right? It's super important. You treat them right, and you need to empower them to make good decisions and help the business grow, right? So super, super important. Number 6, relentless training. Guys, we have 2 trainings every single day, right? We have a morning training at 9 a.m. We have a virtual call center where agents can come, work, learn, listen, and be coached real time. And then we have a 1 o'clock afternoon training. This is something brand new, so our numbers don't even reflect this. So I'm really excited to see what our numbers look like over the next 350 days. but we just teamed up with 7th Level, right? Jeremy Miner's 7th Level NAPQ training. So now our top leaders and top producers are getting trained with them. And then what we're doing is we're training our people. So new scripts, new systems, new processes, a whole new training outline. So we've been training a lot, but I'm never happy, right? I always want to learn how to like get to that next level, get that little tweak, and ultimately find a system that anyone can survive, right? Anyone can make, not just survive, but actually thrive. So we teamed up with 7th Level so we can get some professional sales training over at TPG, and I'm really excited to talk about those results over the next few months. I'll actually be doing a podcast with Jeremy Miner in December, and I plan on sharing a lot of the results that we have then, because then we'll have some time to really put some of his training in place. Number 7, daily discipline and rhyme. Guys, so many times I see somebody, they want to be successful as an entrepreneur, they want to be successful in sales, or they want to be successful in growing a business, and they don't do the same stuff over and over and over again. You have to have discipline. You have to continue, right? So every single morning you could count on a 9 o'clock meeting. Every single afternoon you could count on 1 o'clock training. You could count on a virtual call center to be open 6 days a week, sometimes 7. You can count on everything to be consistent over and over and over again, right? It's super important. You can't build a business without your people being able to count on you. So it's super important to understand that. Number 8, speed over perfection. Something that I pride myself in, right? When a company gets too big, it takes too long for them to pivot. You need too many people's approval to make changes. What I do regularly is I'm constantly looking for feedback from our top leaders. I'm looking for feedback from our managers. I'm looking for feedback from our new agents. And I'm looking at this feedback. I'm looking at data. I'm tracking our lead data, our sales data month by month. And I'm looking at all our information. I'm looking at our CRM. I'm looking at what text messages get replies to, which ones don't. And I'm also taking the feedback from everyone else that's using these tools. And when I get some feedback that says we need to pivot and make a decision, right? We believe in speed, right? There's no reason to drag it out. There's no reason to get upper board approval, right? So it's super important. So if you're building a business, you want to be fast. You want to make decisions fast. Doesn't mean all your decisions are going to be right. And the other thing is, doesn't mean you need all the information to make the decision. We only need about 80% of the information before we make a decision. Because to me, if you wait till you have any more information past the 80%, you took too long to make the decision. Number 9, mission over money. My mission is to help agents become the best version of themselves and to live a life they didn't know they can live. That means, like, obviously money's important, but we want to make sure that they're living a good lifestyle. Like, for instance, I was talking to an agent last night, and she's looking for advice on a car. And a lot of times in this industry, people would be like, oh yeah, finance the most expensive car. Who cares? Finance this. It's going to look good on social media. Guys, I don't care how things look on social media. I told the agent, this is actually second agent I told, I think within this month, is, you know what? I would make a goal of buying that car cash. You can do it, right? You can literally make 20, 30 grand in a single month. You can do that 2-3 months and have enough cash to buy most any car that you want. And then you own that car. Interest rates are high right now. It doesn't make sense for you to buy a $60,000 car with a 7-8% interest rate when you're upside down in your car now, right? So the first thing, actually, when I noticed they're upside down in the car, is like, pay off your car first, right? And pay this thing off. Don't wait. Like, pay this off in the next 2 months. Like, that's it. So for me, it's really important to coach people into making good decisions and not just this looks good on social media decision. Like, I don't care. Again, I don't care what looks good on social media. My goal is to help the agent live the best life they live. I'm basically debt-free. So why wouldn't I teach my agents to be debt-free? It makes no sense. I'm building a house with cash. Why would I tell my agent to finance something when I think that right now with the higher interest rates, it's better to use cash to do things or not do it? So again, mission over the money. Number 10, faith, vision, and grit. Guys, without faith, TPG would not even exist, guys. For me to make a decision where my income gets shut off and our production gets shut off, to make a better situation for agents is 100% faith. And anyone that believes in TPG and is at TPG has the same type of faith. So faith is super important. Vision is really understanding what our goal is, where we want to help clients and agents like no other IMO has helped them. And when it comes to grit, guys, grit is the backbone of what makes TPG great. Is we don't mind working. We don't mind working for it. We don't want any handouts. We start early. We work until the job gets done, and we put people first. Vision over money, right? And that's super, super important. And even when we're hiring, we don't hire people that don't have the same core values. We don't keep people that don't have the same core values. We want to work with people that live in faith. We want to work with people that have a great vision. We want to work with people that have grit, that don't want any handouts, that want to earn their success. Because when you earn your success, no one can take that away from you. And that is the most rewarding thing that you can have. So guys, these are 10 things that we've really focused on to do $10 million over the first 350 days at TPG. If you see something that you like here, hit that thumbs up. Throw some stuff in the comments. If you have something I missed and I didn't add, throw that in the comments. Hit the subscribe button and hit that little bell. Guys, if there's something in this video that you think somebody else needs to hear, hit that share button. It would mean the world to me, because my goal is to help as many insurance agents as I can, or people that don't even know insurance is something they should be doing, right? You know, if you are a server, if you know somebody that's a server and they need to have more freedom to be with their family, their kids, their spouse, or whatever, guys, share this video, because TPG is made up of a bunch of just regular people that got tired of working that 9-to-5 job, that wanted to live life on their terms. So again, remember, my name is David Price, and never settle.